Don't forget to subscribe. Join the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know when we upload a new video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this journey called life. This is just, a hot topic right now. It really just caught me off guard, and I really just was like, what? I had to think about, what was being said to me, and I really wanted to come on and talk to you about it today because you guys know I'm advocating for less gun violence and saving our generation. So you know that right now, everything that's dealing with saving the generation is going to be a topic that's going to come to me, and I'm going to talk about it. So today I just got news that Nipsey Hussle was killed. He was gunned down outside of his store, and what really bothers me is not necessarily that he was just doing the Dr. Seabury documentary, and people feel like wherever there's knowledge, people will take you out. I feel like what really bothered me is the fact that this gentleman was only 33 years old, right? He leaves behind a wife, kids, you know what I'm saying? It's our generation right now is at a place where we are continuing to see young people lose their lives on these streets. And yeah, I read, people talk about, he was a hustler, he was dedicated to the streets, he didn't want to leave it alone, he was a gangster. Doesn't mean he needed to die. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel like I see a lot of artists right now, giving their, reflections and giving their love to Nipsey Hussle and saying rest in peace. It was just painful to watch as they tried to revive him. It was just painful to watch, this man gunned down on the street, and it almost makes you wonder, when are they going to do something to alleviate or at least at least decrease the amount of gun violence we see? Like, what is it going to take? I think that as an educator, I feel like most of my students tomorrow are going to have all the latest information on what's happening with this particular situation, and I just really want to be able to tell them that, guns don't kill people, guns kill people. But the reality is, you can easily get access to a gun. And yeah, I get it, he was a rapper. I even heard, this man hasn't been dead a whole day yet. And I've heard and I read different people who are already coming against his character. But then I saw different ones who were talking about all the great and amazing things he did in his community. And I feel like the reality of the situation is that we're living in a day and time where people in our lives and the lives of people are no longer taken at a serious notion as people will shoot and kill somebody right outside of their own store. And then there's a conspiracy theory going on, maybe he was killed because he was releasing the Dr. Seabury documentary, and then there was also like a tweet he had just put, on Twitter, it's good to have real good enemies. He said something about having enemies, and I feel like we all have enemies. We all have people that don't like us, don't appreciate where we're going in life, but does that mean you gotta die? Like, really? Then I saw, somebody talking about maybe it was some baby mama drama. She, might have conspired to have him, taken care of. Can't think of another word for that, but the reality is that's her kid's father. And my baby father, I ain't never conspired to want him out here. I may not want nothing to do with him. I may feel like my life is just more peaceful, not dealing with the drama, but what kind of world are we living in? Like, what are we actually teaching our young people? That's what I want to know. I'm always looking at the fact that people in your corner are not always for you. Just because they ride with you don't mean they rocking for you. Like, at the end of the day, people really show their true colors. You have no idea what people are saying behind your back. And guaranteed, if a person can talk to you about what somebody else said about you, they were right in the middle of that conversation. You gotta watch, you gotta watch this. And he's talking about, it's good to have a good pair. Hey, I thank God for haters too. I feel like even negative publicity is still publicity. But at a certain point, where is it going to end? Where does it stop? You know, where does it end? You know, violence only begets more violence. And I saw, looking at different things he was accomplishing in real estate and he was accomplishing with, his career. And it's just like, why? I don't feel like anybody deserves to be gunned down on the street. I don't. I mean, even if we disagree with their ethics or what they do, their character, I don't think that entitles them to be gunned down on the street. And I just really wish that our generation could really fight back in a way where we are not being depicted as people who don't even care about ourselves. Right now, it's looking like our generation is being, just publicized to be animals. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, no matter what it was or what beef it was that caused him to die, I'm interested in seeing what they uncover. I'm interested in that. I believe that everybody always looking for a good conspiracy theory. Oh wow, it's because of this, and we'll find out it could be because of a number of things. I'm just trying to get to the end of the gun violence. I'm just trying to get to a place where, people will begin to take lives and value each person individually and collectively. I'm looking at our generation and wondering why things like this continue to happen. Nipsey Hussle was a rapper, you know what I'm saying? And he was a rapper who believed in going back to his community and going back to the people that, into the areas where he came from. And it's not like he was, because he was a Crip, that he didn't affiliate with, rival gang members, because he recorded with Bloods. You know what I'm saying? He was bridging the gap in that area because they may not have agreed, but they agreed to disagree. They were not at ends with each other where they were to the point where they were fighting and things like that. I just saw some, what you would call rival gang people, you know what I'm saying, giving shout outs to him and saying rest in peace. So what we really need to get to the bottom of is the gun violence, and where does it end? Where does it stop? Who do we need to talk to? When are they going to believe it's a problem? Or are they just looking at it as one other black man or one other man off of the street? Is it a race thing? Because most people really get an attitude about that, and then start saying, nah, it wasn't about race. It was about, all these unnecessary issues. At the end of the day, I'm raising 2 sons. And I want to teach my sons that there is a hope in this future. And I want to teach my sons to be educated men. And I want to teach my students how to escape in this world and how to survive this world and how to become something great and how to do something great and amazing with their lives. I want them to know that this is not the end for them and that everything doesn't have to end at the barrel of a gun. Their lives don't have to be equated to a bullet to show their worth. Oh, I'm down. My young boys that I teach on a regular basis, always trying to prove that they're about the life. I'm like, why? You have nothing to prove to nothing. All your dead homies, you know what I'm saying, they rested in peace, and God let them rest in peace. But at the end of the day, that's not proving that you're bad and you got this gang thing worked out. You know what I'm saying? That's not what your mother wants to deal with. No one wants to bury a loved one. No mother wants to bury her sons. I just want it to end, and I want these boys to know that there's more with their futures. And then they look at these rappers, and it's like, wow. These are the rappers that these young people are looking at, and some of them aspire to be. And that's the future, going at 33 years old, another life taken. We got to do better. We as a people have to do better, and we as a people have to want more. We have to want to show our young people more. Because I'm always going to be telling the truth, to these young people and letting them know that that's not the way your story has to end. Don't let your story end like that. Continue to write your chapters. Continue to own your own destiny. Continue to write, turn another page. You know what I'm saying? These situations that happen in your lives do not have to be the end of your story. Yeah, so the Nipsey Hussle thing really caught me off guard today. And I'm just glad that somebody sent the message to me and asked me how I saw it. I'm bringing you the information. I'll continue to bring information to you as I get it. But I just want to redeem the generation. I want to see these young people make it. Don't you? Don't forget to love God, love life, and enjoy the journey. We're praying for his family. We're uplifting everyone that's connected to him, and even the ones that are hurting right now and mourning the loss of his life. You know, we're definitely praying for one another. And if we're not praying for nothing else, we're praying for gun violence to be ended, man. Let's educate our young people and save lives. God bless you.